Okay, we're in sunny Westport, Washington, or kind of between Westport and Aberdeen with Kim Roberts. You're the owner of Westport Winery. You're 8 miles from the ocean.
Yes.
You're growing vines.
Yes.
You're making a ton of wine.
Yes.
You have a restaurant.
Yeah.
I see a golf course going in.
Putting greens.
You look like you're having a great time. What? Tell me the story of this place.
We, my husband and I, Blaine, used to own the largest scuba diving business in Hawaii. We retired to the mainland, get our kids in mainland schools, and farmed in eastern Washington at 2 different farms. Moved out here to the harbor, bought this land, and our county extension agent said, plant a vineyard and open a winery, it'll be historic. So we did. We cleared 20 acres of alder, Scotch broom, and Himalayan blackberries. Found nice flat land, and we're right on the edge of where Dr. Greg Jones says it's viable for having a vineyard, and here we are 4 years later.
Wow, and you make how many wines?
We make 33 wines.
And you've told me that you kind of listen to your customer and you make the kind of wine they want.
When we had Lahaina Divers, we had a real high-priced consultant come to town, and he said, find out what your customer wants and give it to them. And that's been a really good business philosophy for us. Other than, you know, the guys that come in and say, I want dandelion wine, we only make stuff we like.
But the wine you're making is terrific, and your son got education at WSU.
That's right. He went through their professional winemaker program, did an internship at Icicle Ridge Winery in Shaston. He's had a couple of really great mentors since then, and we're really proud of him. He's coming on as a pretty strong winemaker in our opinions, but we're kind of, you know, proud.
Well, but we taste the wines blind, and it seems like we're consistently giving our top awards. You won a platinum for...
We're so excited to win a platinum.
Yeah, and that was for the Gewürztraminer Sparkling.
Gewürz, yeah.
And you got some fun names for the wines. Going Coastal.
We do.
Mermaid Merlot. Give us some of those names.
Well, you know, the coastal community sometimes doesn't have as much pride in itself as it should. So we wanted to have each of our labels and each of our wines represent some aspect of what it means to live here at the beach. So we have Mermaid's Merlot and Going Coastal, Skookumchuck, fanciful names that reflect our culture. And then on every bottle, somewhere there's a lighthouse and somewhere there's the element of water, because we say water's our terroir.
That's for sure. Now, a couple of wines I want to talk about. One is the Pinot Noir. So what's Pinot Noir Vana?
Yeah.
And tell us the story about that.
Well, the band Nirvana hailed from Aberdeen originally. Kurt Cobain is definitely a local hero. And each of our wines benefits different local charity. That one benefits the Kurt Cobain Memorial. And we are trying to build a youth center that is drug and alcohol free, so that the next talented artist, musician has a place to be, that his life can be a more positive thing. And we just, you know, Noir Vana, it was a perfect fit. And
then Bella.
Well, as you know, I'm a shameless attractor of things that are famous, and of course this is Vampire Land out here. We're just about 60 miles south of Forks, the home of the Twilight series, and we have a lot of vampires in our neighborhood. So we have a wine named Bella. A glass a day keeps the vampires away, and that one of course benefits the blood bank. Of course.
And is that your most popular wine?
Our most popular wine is called Duckleberry Grunt. And that is a Gewürztraminer, blueberry, and huckleberry wine. We grow huckleberries and blueberries here on the property. It benefits Ducks Unlimited, and it comes in a camouflage label with camouflage tissue. It's so popular you need to hide it from your friends.
Let's talk about grapes, because you get a lot of your fruit wines. Most of the sources, aside from maybe the pineapple, come from right around here, your own farm or nearby farms. But grapes, you've got to go a long ways, maybe farther than anybody else in Washington State.
Probably the only exception is San Juan Vineyards. They haul, I think because of the ferry, they haul a little bit longer than we do. We work with some terrific growers in eastern Washington, and we also grow grapes here on the property. We've got about 10 acres of grapes and 10 acres of other fruits and about 40 acres of timber right now.
So during harvest, you and Blaine are... What's your day like?
Harvest is a special time for our family. Blaine and I get up about 5 in the morning, throw the dogs in the truck, take our 20-foot flatbed, drive to Eastern Washington, and we've already staged our bins over there at our vineyards. Usually pick up grapes about 1 o'clock, get back in here 7 o'clock at night, meet our son Dana, who then processes, depending on whether we're working on whites or reds, through the night and usually into midday if it's one of our larger loads. The only things we don't haul are Riesling and Gewurz. We're having those crushed in Eastern Washington, and we're bringing juice, which is just another kind of logistical nightmare because juice is really heavy and you have to weight your truck carefully. So, and we do that in a tanker.
Now you're what, 8 miles from the ocean?
Yeah, about 8 miles from the ocean.
And this is what the Cranberry Coast is what we call this area?
Yeah.
And you make a couple of cranberry wines.
We do, and those are because customers came in and said, hey, you know, you better get on board with this. We make a sparkling or a carbonated cranberry, and that was our first double gold winner, which was huge for us. That was going, you know, if you can win a double gold with a fruit wine, you're doing your job. And then we make a cranberry Gewürztraminer blend, and that one benefits the Cranberry Research Station down in Long Beach, which is our southernmost charity, and our northernmost charity is up in Mo Clips.
Well, what's the future of Westport? I mean, you guys only been going for 5 years.
We're just coming up on our 4th anniversary.
Wow.
We are very anxious to get our estate grapes growing. We probably won't be producing any new wines or labels. My husband said divorce is expensive, so we need to stick at 33 wines. We are quite interested now in taking a couple of our wines to the next level in terms of going out for more points, and we've won awards on all of our wines, both locally, nationally, and internationally, so we're happy with those results. Our big thing is to introduce people to wine, that wine is fun. You should drink the wine you like with the people you like and the food you like. And so we do culinary classes, we do mystery dinner theaters. Our community said there was nothing to do here, and so we've become that place that they bring their friends, they bring their family. You could see it today, despite the really horrible weather and high winds. We had a lot of people that were really happy to be sitting inside, eating great food, drinking what we think is pretty good wine.
And let's talk about the restaurant for a second, because that's fairly new to you.
Yeah, 18 months as a restaurant.
You didn't expect to get into the restaurant business.
We never wanted to own a restaurant. But again, the customers came and said, you're making great wine, please, please open a restaurant. So there was only one way we do it. We make food from scratch. It's not fast food. You need to be able to sit and enjoy your experience. And we grow herbs here ourselves. We grow our own produce. We grow our own fruits. And we just wanted to have something that was simple, healthy, local, lots of local seafood, and relaxing and good. So we did that, and then people said, man, your desserts are really good. You should open a bakery. So on January 1st, we opened a bakery, and currently I'm baking full-time in addition to running the winery.
Do you ever feel crazy?
Yeah, I often feel crazy.
Last question, what's your favorite wine magazine?
It's got to be Wine Press Northwest. There's nothing comparable. We're so fortunate to have a regional publication with regional focus that highlights the most, in my opinion, the most amazing grape growing region in the world. Washington truly is overlooked because we grow so many grapes so well. And of course, as a member of the Washington Wine Commission, I'm a pretty big fan of Washington grapes.
I'll bet. Well, Kim, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Andy.